Freddie's the first pickup now, because the numbers are dropped. It used to be all the way up the Wyman Road, the very end. So I'd have kids all the way up there and come all the way down the Kiley Road, which is back the other way, and then you swing back around. But now Freddie's the first pickup, and then Hayes are, here they come. Can pick them up, and then we go along the Hume Highway for a bit, and then we pick up young Sarah, and then we continue on to Mullengandra, and then we pick up the Smiths, and then we head back around and head back towards Mully School and drop them off, and yeah, leave them there for the day. The kids are fantastic. The parents are a crack up. Some of the comments I get from some of the parents. I had one mother in particular come up to me one day, and she's going, "Sorry I'm late, mate. We couldn't find any undies." I didn't know whether it was the child. I don't know.
The history began in May 1867. It was actually started by the community when the local residents asked the Council of Education to assist them with the running of a provincial school. So that's how it all came about. So the school began operating as a private school in November 1870. The original teacher was a Victorian, Mr. Henry Hayden. It was not until the 6th of March 1871 that the school became a provincial school under the Council of Education. During World War I, attendance at the schools dropped, and in 1916 the school was forced to close. The school reopened in 1919, so it was closed for 3 years. Lack of enrolments, the school closed again in 1921, and it reopened in mid-1924. The first school bus run started in 1955. And that was run by the Andersons, and they actually ran that until I started, which is in 1992. So that was a long time. When I started, the secretary was Stacia Winkley, and her husband was the groundsman, and Irene McKenzie was my relief from face-to-face teacher and librarian. She'd started, I think, the year before I had. So when she retired, she'd been here 20 years, which was huge because, you know, we worked so well together, and I thought I'd never find another Irene, and very fortunate for me, this lady walked in off the street and said she was looking for work, and it turned out to be Ursula, and it was like replacing God's gift to teaching with God's gift to teaching. So I'm very, very fortunate there.
I guess I have been allowed to teach the areas that I have really loved to teach, and so I have really enjoyed the actual work that I have done. So lots of English and reading and art and maths. Creative arts, and my maths is improving.
Yes. And the secretaries went from Stacia to Gail, and then Judy Orr, and then Alison. And I've been very fortunate with them. They've all been wonderful too.
I love Mully. It's one of those jobs that you dream of, that you just, in the morning you just love to get up and come to work. And a great memory that I have, wasn't here long, and it surprised me and the children. It was a particularly hot day. You could probably cut it if you don't want it.
Oh, no.
And they were all in the library over here in this building. And it's really stinking hot, and the kids are wilting. And Miss Twit walks into her office, and she comes out with this super soaker, and she just stands at the door and goes and I was a bit slow with the camera. I tried to take photos. The kids just were absolutely stunned. I could capture that. I will never forget it, but it was just...
No, it wasn't me, it was my twin sister.
Oh, that evil one. That's right, I forgot it was her twin sister, but golly, it was fun. It was so funny. The kids, from their faces went from shock, horror, is she serious, to whoa. It was a really funny moment.
The groundsman went from Guy to Richard Middleton, and then Gary, who was also the bus driver. He took over the bus driving and the grounds at the same time, and he still does the grounds, and as you can tell by the look of him, magnificent job. just been magnificent. It's why you love to come here. It's the kids, the parents, it's just the whole atmosphere.
It's just like an extended family.
Yeah.
That's the essence of Mully's School, I think.
And if there's anything that needs doing, somebody will step up. Somebody will come in and step up and do what needs to be done. People like Vince and Trish Ryan and Brian and Lucinda Corrigan and Jim and Rosie Corrigan, Darren and Raquel White, Julia Simpson and Ben Simpson. Like, they're just fantastic people who no school would ever turn them away because they are just givers. Some wonderful children have gone through, just gorgeous kids, just, you know, and they've gone on to become teachers and engineers and pharmacists and mechanics and like all facets of careers have gone through. It's just spectacular. Yeah, it is. It is. You know, the school's made by the people that are here. And it's always been about kids first, staff, parents, the community. Oh, Susie, we didn't mention Susie.
Better mention Susie.
We better mention Susie. Oh, gosh. Well, Susie's my elephant that I have in my shed at home. And that started about the first or second year I was here. We were doing, I think it was a segment on Africa. We were talking about elephants. And so I just told them about the elephant that wandered in off the street into my farm and, you know, now lived with me, and its name was Susie. And the kids were sort of, oh yeah, that's not true, and all this sort of stuff. And a couple of the kids were at my place for a barbecue, and they said, can they go and see Susie? And I said, oh yeah, right, yeah. So I didn't take them until it got dark. And I took them around to the shed, and they wouldn't come. They were too scared to come. So after that, they came back to school and told the others, yeah, she's really got one, because she was taking us around there. We were going around to see it. And I haven't really kept that. The kids have passed that story on for years and years and years. And now I have a very huge collection of elephants from garden elephants, from glass ones to who knows what. Cups with elephants on them, money boxes with elephants on them. Yes, so it's been quite a funny little story that's gone on and on.
So you do like elephants, though?
I have to. I have no choice.